Okay guys, welcome back to Upload TV and thanks for joining us. I'm the Average Golfer. If you've watched a few of our earlier videos today on this Ping G series, you'll know that Joey the Tweet is not in tow this week. So it's just me and you and the camera. Right, carrying on with our G series day. We've had a look so far at the crossovers, we've then moved on to the hybrids, and now the logical step up is on to the 3 woods. Now then, interestingly with the 3 woods, they've brought out 3 different head types. So we've got the standard 3 wood, and we've got the SF Tec, and then they've also brought out a 3 wood stretch. So all slight differences in terms of who they're aimed at and the way the clubs are set up. We're going to start by looking at the standard 3 wood and the SF Tec. Right, as ever, I'm going to get fitted, make sure we get the right shafts in these things, get some data and see how these perform. Are they as impressive as the start off crossover and hybrids? Because so far we're having a great day here at Clark's Golf Centre and really enjoying the Ping G series. Right, so we're good to go. Interesting enough with the fit, in the SF Tec I was more suited to the stiff flex. Again, it's this alter shaft from Ping, and in the regular 3 wood I was in fitted out or getting better performance rather with a regular shaft. So yet again, I mean two very similar clubs in their performance but different shafts to suit me, and there's logic behind that, which we'll look into a bit later. But first of all, let's start with the standard 3 wood. Now again, the infamous turbulators make their appearance. Top line, club looks exactly the same as what I just suggested when we discussed the hybrids. And if you didn't see that, matte black finish, exactly the same as what we've seen in last year's G30. So from the top edge, it looks pretty much identical. I'm just leaning over because I've got last year's model, or the G30. There is that noticeable difference for me in the face. The face seems to be a little bit lighter in colour, and it really offsets against that sort of matte black finish, and you can clearly see that face. But visually, not a great deal of difference, to be honest with you, from the top of the club. What they've managed to do, if they've managed to make the club head 25% lighter, which again, we've seen this a few times so far this year with the new product launches, and that seems to allow them to move this CG further back with exactly the same message about being able to get that ball airborne and greater support across the club face. So that is definitely a science and technology that everybody, when I say everybody, all manufacturers are trying to achieve this year. In terms of the visual side, I think it's a classic Ping, very good looking club, not sort of too flash and flamboyant, slightly understated, and I really do like the appearance of it. But as ever, important thing is, how does the club perform? So we've had some good numbers out of the crossover and of the hybrid this morning. Really enjoyed hitting them. So let's hit the first one with the 3 wood and see if we carry on being impressed by this G series. So first one, that's a powerful ball flight, felt really nice. That was pretty decent hit, to be fair. Be interested to see the numbers. I'm glancing back, so 210. I thought it would have been longer than that actually, because that seemed to really fire out the face. Again, bit of water on the club face, and you'll know from these videos that it has a massive impact on performance, this just a little bit of water on the ball. So I'll do my best to keep these clean, or dry rather. There's a nice feel to the club. Right, let's try again. Oh, once again, great strike, really felt good. Slightly better hit in terms of launch, and yeah, that's really relayed in the figures there. So 225, 14 degrees is the launch angle. So yeah, maybe that was quite a bit better than the first strike, although they both felt very nice, to be fair. I'm bending round showing you the top of my bobble at the moment because I'm trying to make sure I get these balls nice and dry. Let's try another one. Remember, SkyTrack monitor we use to measure our stats. Been very, very good. Try one more. Now I've got that one slightly out the bottom, but again, one of the things that's been improved in this club is that help and support from bottom of the face. Allows it to sit closer to the ground, pick the ball off. I mean, yeah, I've been affected there performance wise. That was again not the best strike from myself, and I'm certain it's the average golfer that's at fault there, certainly not the golf club. So come on, and let's see if we can get a good one. When you get it right, I mean, there's another nice strike. Let's see what the stats come up with. When you get it nice, it's right, it's a really nice feeling club. Certainly feels powerful out the club face. We got 207, and once again, my average stats would be around sort of 225 with a decent 3-wood. So, suggesting it's underperforming in my hands, but again, I think we'll make some allowances here for the wet ball because they're really good strikes. I'm seeing where they're rolling out to, and they're pretty good. They feel really good, and I've got to admit, I like the feel of this golf club. Let's try another one. Oh, it's so nice. That is such a powerful, again, really interesting to know the stats on that because that ball has flown. That's carried 200 as far as what I can see out there. It has, yeah. 206 carry, 220. Really nice. Again, ball flight slightly left to right. It's suggesting a bit offline there, but really happy with that strike. Really happy with the performance. I've got to say, the G Series so far for me is so impressive right across the board. I'm going to put that one down for a little. I said on an earlier video, what we're going to do, it's very hard, certainly for an average golfer, to come and hit 5 decent shots here on camera so we get the performance right and the data right. That's, you know, it's difficult to do. So what we're going to test it just a little bit more after we stop filming and get you some average data for sort of 10, 15, 20 shots. And that gives the club a little bit more of a chance to perform in the hands of someone like myself, who's not going to be consistently striking every ball. Now then, I think we'll stick with it and we'll carry on and quickly go through this SF Tec. Let's just make sure all our data is okay. Yeah, we seem to be good there. So again, what you've got here is a slightly elongated crown. Again, this SF Tec is slightly, it's set up as standard as 16 degrees, so there's a slightly higher in the degrees in terms of the launch. The standard 3-wood is set up at 15 as standard. Easier to launch, and it's got a slight draw bias on the club. Now, as I said I've been set up with a stiff flex shaft in this, and it seems to make a considerable difference between that and the regular. So again, just shows the importance of getting custom fit. That's a real nice, again, feel. That one's gone down the left hand side, but again, in terms of strike, it was really nice. I'd be interested to know the figures. 201, 202. I think we've got a bit of water on these balls because I'm certainly feeling like I'm getting a lot more of it than that, but let's have another go. Oh, that's nice. That is so nice, and again, that seems to me just that little bit easier to get airborne, which is what the product is designed at, this SF Tec. So again, 197, so we are struggling a bit in terms of performance, but in all honesty, I really like the feel of the club. And like I said, I keep repeating myself, it's been something that we've seen throughout the this G Series range. It's hard to pick fault, really. That's certainly not the best strike, so we'll see what that does in terms of performance. Let's see what help we're getting off the SF Tec, and as you see, That draw bias I've managed to put a fade on, so yeah. Right, one more with the SF Tec. Let's see if we can finish off with a real good one. I was certainly happy with the strike. It was a slightly lower ball flight and not the best one to finish with. Interested to see the launch angle on that. And we can't finish on that. That would be unfair to Ping to finish on that poor shot. So let's try and get this ball nice and dry and see if we can finish off with a real good one. Again, as you'd expect, we hit quite a few balls prior to sort of setting up on camera. And this has performed really, really well, and it goes back to what I said. To be fair, we need to give. That's absolutely out of the screws in terms of middle of the club there, pretty much straight, and I hope we've managed to finish one off with one that will show you how good this golf club is. So 217, more than happy with that. It goes back to preferences, club head speeds, type of player you are, handicap wise, as to what decisions you will make as to which you'd purchase and which you're more comfortable with. Oddly enough, this kind of elongated head, I actually like the way it's sat behind the ball. Seems to have slightly thinner, shallower and longer, and different in looks, but again, I actually liked it. And I think for me, the SF Tec would have been preferable, and I think I'm getting a bit of more of a consistent result from it. But again, real good products. Get yourself down to the driving range soon and try out this G series range from Ping, because they really are top quality. Right, we're finished there. Last one, we're going to move on to the drivers. Make sure you stick around and watch that one.